I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We're live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's King Rye. It's King Rye. And with that,
This bout is scheduled for...
How will these two fighters... And there's the bell for round one. Nice job by him to block that jab. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. Nice counter. He threw the hook, didn't land. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice exchange here from both men. He misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Let's see as these two fighters start to feel each other out. One will probably rely more on their speed than their power.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam. When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And he misses with that jab. Right punch. Good left. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Perfect counter lands. And a round that seems
absolutely.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks the uppercut.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You'd like to see more jabs. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. He blocks that right hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That bell could...
I love that.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here. Nice job landing with that right hand counter. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
And he fails to score with that left hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter-punching from both these fighters. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Both men step back for just a moment. Counter right. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Catch and shoot. The game plan.
He's gone.
There's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good counter left hand there. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
They exchange punches. Can't connect with that right hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
He got out of the way of that right hook. We hear that old phrase, whoa, and God, he got clipped there. This could be the end. Is he out on his feet here? And now they're right back into the fray. A perfect counter shot. And he just missed with that left jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we know they've got the...
Good round, I like that.
There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And a counter left. Neither man really defending themselves. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfect.
Oh, and that big shot got Arturo Gatti. He's wobbly. He's stumbling around, but he hasn't gone down yet. A much better game plan here. I hope this fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. No power in those punches. And that just rocked Arturo Gatti. This is serious business now. Can he get out of this big pressure situation? It's all offense all the time. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was... Here we go, it's round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it...
And down goes Gatti!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. He takes that jab.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Neither man really defending themselves. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchange here from both men. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably around.
One, two, three, four, five.
You gotta wonder how big. Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
No, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head. These punches coming from every angle. Good job trying to back out of trouble. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. A swing and a miss. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. That punch scores. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution.
Arturo Gatti is in serious trouble here. Disaster averted.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. It's not over till it's over.
Come on.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Lands with the right counter. He missed with that jab. Nice counter punch. Oh, look.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
Totally impressed. You know what? You got skill. Oh my goodness. I admire these guys.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. They're just insane action. He's trying to fight his way back into this. That hook doesn't score. Final 10 seconds. Oh, look at Gatti. I don't know.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
The corner.
I like that round.
This is the 10th. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't.
Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. Nice exchange here from both men.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Neither man really defending themselves. Nice counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. He's been knocked. This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky legs. They're a gnat's ear away from getting stopped.
Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round. Can Arturo Gatti survive this storm?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
What a shot. Somebody can smell blood.
Whoa, and Gatti got clipped there. This could be the end. And he is forcing him to take a knee.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Both men step back.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
His legs are on to the 12th. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Neither man really defending themselves. Punch, counter punch. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Oh, and
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8.
So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
They don't like that. Listen to them. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.